mama's cooking. My mama's cooking. Why? Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Why? Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. There's a new sheriff in town, bitches. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Man, I don't give a fuck. I don't even like screws right now.
I can dig it. As you shouldn't, it's on YouTube, bro.
How y'all like my outfit?
No, they say you commit crimes the last time you rolled out.
I was committing crimes in outfit?
Oh, they said we were riding.
I wouldn't give a fuck what they talking about I'm doing.
Said we were committing.
How a motherfucker don't know me gonna tell me what the fuck I'm doing?
I mean, that's what they say. Everybody too sensitive.
Yeah.
Good old rub.
Yeah, boy.
Talk about Cowboy.
Yeah, boy.
Cowboy actually is a Crip from California, and I think some of the things he said in this live could help mature the young men that don't know anything about the gang culture and everything like that. So let's get into it.
The Hoovers, no, I'm saying the Hoovers. The Hoovers that see it, you got to ride with it. So the Hoovers that see it and don't do nothing, then that's the Hoovers that don't do nothing. The Hoovers that see it say, "Oh, I need that." It just, if you got a hood whacked out on you, you'll be in prison, and if you get a tattoo and you whack the hood up while you in prison, if you didn't come to jail with that hood whacked out, or if you come to the hood with that hood whacked out, niggas see you on the yard and you got a C whacked out, niggas say, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna need that." Come knocking on your cell like, yeah, crack the door. I need that. Move your TV out the way. I'm gonna need that. Squabble up. Y'all go back about your way. You know what I mean? So if you wouldn't whack a nigga hood out, like if I come to the yard and I see a nigga got a 6 whacked out, like, hold up, bro. I'm gonna need that. Or if I look at the 6 and I keep pushing, he gonna be like, weenie ass nigga. So, Crip Mac standing what he stand on.
That's one thing I do hear about him. He take
stand
a
with
fade
his
with
hand
anybody. He need to take a fade.
Well,
with,
he ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
And that's, like I said, that's the generation I grew up on. There wasn't no, you take a fade, win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? Like I said, win, lose, or draw.
Now, a lot of y'all might not understand what he's saying, but at the end of the day, a lot of this he's preaching is manhood. Win, lose, or draw as a man, this man is saying he'll stand and throw his fist. He's not saying he's going to throw a gun and all this other stuff. He's a gangster or a gang member or whatever you want to call him. But at the end of the day, these are man principles that he's standing on. Now, not a lot of other men that's gossiping behind the computers, they not willing to stand on that. This man will meet you where you at. These guys are going to talk behind a computer. So I can respect that. Now, listen here. This is a shot caller, a big time gang member out in California that's asking other young brothers to move on. This is not going to get highlighted in the streets. In the mainstream media. This is not going to get highlighted by a lot of the people that need to highlight it. But this is a gang member, an active gang member saying, hey, let's move on. And he's preaching things that'll let your kid come home at night. Put these hands up. He said anybody could get it. This ain't no big man. This ain't no tall guy, no stocky guy by any stretch of the imagination. But he said on several instances that anybody can catch the fade. So that means your son coming home. He going home. So those are man principles. Those are man principles. So we got to start calling a spade when somebody is saying things that are aligned with young boys coming home. All this coward stuff that's going on now, I would much rather the gang members talk like he's talking than what they've been talking like. Somebody say not going to happen, but we'll see.
Killing each other like my homeboy Malik Spellman said. The war's been going on in America here and there. The war with these gangs ain't never stopped. We never stopped. They wars in you know, United States. We got wars going on, but the wars in LA never stopped. Never took a break. Even big wars stop at some point. At some point.
That is a cold bar. The man say even big wars stop at some point. Just think about it. The man say all the big wars throughout the history, they stop. At some point, they ask for peace. The gang wars have never, ever stopped. Never. So when we say that the worst thing for our community is black on black crime, this brother is describing that. This is your kids killing my kids. And what I've always said was, we have to teach your kids not to kill my kids and my kids not to kill your kids. Because no matter how you want to kumbaya, once the killing start, ain't nobody trying to talk. Once the killing start, ain't nobody trying to have no conversation.
You got to stop. I mean, every war in America, the Civil War, there's different wars, whatever, World War I, World War II, whatever, it got to stop. So where the war gonna stop? At some point, niggas gotta be like, you know what? That shit, I'm done with that shit. So it's good niggas like Quando, Rondo, is like, that shit. Cause that shit's some shit. Now, if it stood for something like we together and we strong and we united, we get money, but now, okay, it stand for a nigga, if I hang over here, one of these niggas gonna kill me. It don't stand for we over here united, we brothers, we black, power, strong, let's go. No, it don't stand for that. It stand for like, cute. I'm representing that rag, I'm representing that hood. It ain't even the rag no more, it's even to the hood. So now we separated with the red and blue, but look at everybody else's. They got white. So that's a...
They separated with the red and blue. Now imagine, Lyndon Baines Johnson said, your leaders, they'll give them to you. And he also alluded to the fact that we would do it ourselves against each other. We'll carry out the hatred. And now we'll let something as simple as a color. We let something as simple as a color get to us to kill each other. A color. We keep finding ways to beef, finding ways to argue. Now we done found the color to argue over. And what the brother is going to say is that it don't stand for unity. And I'm going to rewind it a little bit. I want y'all to hear it. He could see if these communities stood for unity and togetherness, but that's not it. It stands for this group of Negroes going to kill this group of Negroes based on the color. And then we all scream Wakanda. So we're not going to scream Wakanda when we killing each other. So let me rewind this so you can hear it from Cowboy's mouth again.
I mean, every war in America, the Civil War, there's different wars, whatever, World War I, World War II, whatever, it got to stop. So where the war gonna stop? At some point, niggas gotta be like, you know what? That shit, I'm done with that shit. So it's good niggas like Quando, Rondo, is like, that shit.
So everybody that said Quando, Wando was scared, this brother saying it's good. This is the first and only brother that I heard from the street say it's good that Quando Rondo said he did some bullshit. His man got killed in front of him and they laughed. And then Quando Rondo have done some things that, you can't feel sorry for him. But I want you to hear it from his perspective. He in this lifestyle.
I'm representing that rag, I'm representing that hood. It ain't even the rag no more, it's even to the hood. So now we separated with the red and blue, but look at everybody else's. They got white. So that's a race. You got brown. That's a race. We got black, but they got the red and blue, and the orange and the purple. So the black race is broke down to colors.
Did you just hear that? The man just described everyone else having some sort of baseline of unity. All we got is a color to kill each other with. You say something about the Mexicans, they got brown pride. You say something about any other race, they make you bend the knee. They together. Us, not so much. But this is what it's about. What this brother is saying, for gangsters to realize what they've done is wrong and right they wrong, and stop tricking these young boys. Stop tricking these young boys to the penitentiary that they ain't ready for. Stop turning these little boys into slaves by the 13th Amendment. Stop glorifying a mistake. Jail means fail. It don't mean real nigga. It don't mean a badge of honor. It don't mean you talk down on someone else that didn't go through what you went through, which is turning your ass around, coughing, and open up your ass cheeks for another man. For opening your mouth to move from room to room. From going nut to butt and walking in a line and somebody keeping you in line. This is the most immoral, disrespectful thing you can do to another man. And this is what happens in jail. And this is why some of these men are so egotistical and they try to defame other men because of the troubles and the trials and tribulations they went through in this jail that they try to glorify. Some, not all. Some men go in there, they play chess, they read books, they go to the law library, they come out, they help the youth, they tell the truth. Some of these men ride the coattails of their mistakes and try to glorify childish behavior with the youth, younger children. The only rooms most of these older men can assimilate in is with children, with younger boys that don't understand what they saying is bullshit. When you have a mature man, when you have mature men that's looking for something, that got goals in life, nothing that most of these cats are saying is going to make any sense to them. Nothing. So we have to keep our kids away from some of these asshole so-called street cats. I wouldn't mind a young cat learning from somebody like a cowboy. Somebody who's saying that, hey, I stand on man principles. I am this thing. But you can't judge this thing that I am because I was raised like this. And if you want to test it, come test it. One-on-one, man to man, a mano. Win or lose or draw, he's standing on man principle. He's not being a killer. I'm pretty sure if you push him there, he can get there. But pretty much he walks around by himself or with a female, because I've seen him a couple of times in Vegas and in LA. He walks around by himself or with a female. And I'm not from California, but if anybody's seen this dude, they can tell you this dude walk around by himself or with a female. Not a lot of men stand on men principles. They do a lot of talking, a lot of pump faking, a lot of blow fishing. But when it comes to just being a man and strip away all these characters, and I went to jail. You don't go to jail and just learn how to whip everybody's ass. You don't just become this thing and just become better than everybody else. That ain't the way it works. So I like when men talk men principles, regardless of what they choose to indulge in. When you carry it like a man, you can respect that. But a lot of these guys are cowards. So I just wanted to highlight this from Cowboy's point of view. I'm not no gangster. I'm not no gang member. But I think young kids that have respect for this brother could listen and understand that, hey, this ain't always what you think it is.